Stupid Garbage Podcast.
Oh, I like that. All right.
Doing it, you gotta have it between us.
Okay. Okay.
So I was thinking today, welcome to the pod, I was thinking today of game shows in other countries.
Okay.
Because I saw, Japan is very well known, and I think South Korea, for having these preposterous game shows where...
The rock, paper, scissors ones?
Sure, I mean, there are a lot of them. My favorite
yeah.
one is like 7 or 8 guys all get, I think they get greased up. They're in big spandex boxes.
Oh, yeah.
And they get greased up, and then a large staircase gets greased up, and they have to race up it. It's like 15 minutes, and it doesn't sound like it would be that interesting, but it's, in my opinion, very compelling. But anyway, I was thinking of, just in other countries besides that, I was thinking Ethiopian Deal or No Deal would just be meal or no meal.
Oh, baby.
And then from there I went kind of down that road, which I doesn't seem like it's gonna...
hopping off this train.
Right, it doesn't seem like it's gonna get a very good reaction, so I'll pivot. Do you think, oftentimes, we're in the car, by the way, dear reader, which is why you might hear car sounds.
Yeah, I can't help but notice the fact that I, again, prepped for the first time maybe ever.
Do you have prep on you?
No, because you brought up the podcast.
We'll do another episode later.
I just want the credit.
You'll get the credit when you bring the prep to the show.
Oh, I didn't know we were going to be doing
one
the show.
Right? If you prep for one show on Friday, hypothetically, but it's Monday, you don't get to brag about doing prep every day until the Friday
Yeah,
show.
I absolutely do.
No, you.
How am I supposed to? I'm not going to carry it around with me.
Be quiet.
Right.
Too much talk about prep that's not being brought to the show.
Well,
so
I have other prep.
Shush.
That I brought to the show.
A lot of times you go to like a... I was thinking you should bring like a piñata to a Holocaust memorial or something. Or like maybe like a 9/11's remembrance.
Why?
Could be held in like a plaster fun time. I don't know, those things are always such downers. What kind of liven things up?
I mean, look, I'm goth as fuck, so I love that spirit. Like, I think having a piñata at my funeral would be heavenly.
You could be the piñata.
See, that, you lose me, but...
As I've said several times on this podcast, if I'm cremated, I want to first be stuffed with popcorn kernels. And then, maybe I could be served at the funeral. You could eat popcorn from my body.
I mean, honestly, you know I always want to eat humans.
Sure.
So, like, that would be my dream on some level.
As you know...
Would you warn the cremation people first?
No, of course not.
The horror, Rob.
I mean, it's more of a pipe dream, because they have to stuff you. They have to disembowel you and all that stuff before they cremate you anyway, so it would be very, very difficult to hide anything from people who are cremating you. But as you know, my ideal...
Wait, people disembowel you before cremating you?
I mean, they take out... I don't know the specifics of the process, but they cut you open and stuff. I mean, they cut you open just to do an autopsy.
I know, but not many people have autopsies. Like, isn't autopsies only for people that the cause of death is unknown?
I mean, I suppose that's fair, but... Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, I think they cut you open and do... I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they just toss you in a furnace.
I thought that they only cut you up and do stuff to you when you have an actual funeral, or even more so with like an open casket. But I didn't think that they really went all out on prepping if you're going to be cremated. You know, I'm going to look into that.
Yeah.
And this time I actually will, because it's about death.
There you go. As you know, my ideal form of burial or my funeral rites would be being flung into the sun.
Sure.
But popcorn kernel cremation would be a very distant, but still firm second place.
I will look into the legalities of that. I mean, realistically, this is a conversation you're going to have with our children, because I'll be long dead.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah.
Or Peaches can do it.
Peaches will probably outlive both of us, so we'll see.
Definitely. He's killing you every day.
I can take him with me to the sun.
He'd love it. Poor Peaches.
He'd be dead.
Oh, good. Okay, yeah. That's fine.
Like I'd take a live lizard into space.
Oh, I was worried.
That'd be so mean.
I know.
So, what do you got for us besides bragging about prep that might not exist?
I did so much prep. Well, one of the prep things, the only one that I can remember, because it was like the first one, you asked me what I would want my name to be. Could I change it?
Wasn't that like a month ago?
Yep. And I've had time to sit and think. And also, I came across a post that was like a name tag, and it said, "Hello, my name is Ruin." And I was like, this is it. I don't even have to think about any other name. Like, this is the name I would choose for myself.
So anytime you show up somewhere, people can say, this party is ruined.
Or like, yeah, I was thinking more in like a sex way.
This bat mitzvah has been ruined.
Like, I want to get ruined, you know?
Because you urinated in the punch bowl. Well,
That would kind of be a you and me thing, dude. We would do that together. I'd be ruined and you'd be urinating in a punch bowl.
I have to warn you now, before we ever have to go to a bar or bas mitzvah together, I'm not going to do that. In large part because it would probably be, you'd be doing it in a room full of people who would be very skilled litigators. You'd probably be charged with a hate crime. Even being of Jewish descent, you'd probably still be charged with a hate crime. And, failing that,
that man just littered out of his car.
He did, out of the van. Threw a napkin.
Ridiculous.
Let's track him down.
Yes.
Let's get him.
It's our civil duty.
Come on, boys. Let's round up a posse. So, okay, you'd be ruined.
Yeah, I was like, that's a fucking amazing name. Additionally, another piece of prep that I had, unless you have anything else to say about that.
No, go ahead.
Okay. It's not really prep, but I made a list of 20 character flaws as instructed by the therapist because I'm on top of my shit, to be honest.
How'd that go?
It was horrible. It was the worst. I filled out that sheet in like less than a minute. Like just, it was so easy.
Okay.
Sadly easy. And I mean, look, they were interesting. I'm not going to share any of them with you because I don't care about you guys.
20 seems like a lot.
That's what I said, and then you said it didn't. Oh, you bitch! You made me look like an asshole in front of the therapist. It is a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot.
New York tough.
Like,
just passed a sign that said, "We're New York tough. We're not gonna let no pansy virus stop us from being the last state to lift quarantine because we're New York tough. We're gonna hunker down and be closed until 2025 because we're New York tough."
I'm so sick of hearing about people on the beach and people at restaurants, people at casinos. Like, we're seriously the last people.
People out there living their dreams,
yes,
getting child prostitutes. That should be me.
What's your deal?
I'm sick of quarantine. I just want to go to the DMV.
You're really not politically correct today. All right.
What do you got, Jess?
I was in the middle of telling you what I had, and then you interrupted me to your strong. That's it. I made a list. 20 is a lot, and
stop. I'm gonna go ahead.
What?
No, go ahead.
Stop what?
No, finish your point.
I'll fight you.
You won't. I'm driving this car. If you win, you die, and frankly, you wouldn't win.
You underestimate how much I want to die.
Seconds. I don't. What does that mean? You want to die or you don't want to die?
I do want to die. That's
okay,
why
well then
I said
good.
what I said.
I underestimate how much you want to die?
Yeah. You think I don't want to die, but I do want to die.
You're right.
Yes. You think I want to die 0%.
Yeah, I guess. So,
I guess I 0% want to die. Anyway, what were you going to say? Don't stop what?
Believing. Hold on to that feeling. No, I got nothing for you. Stop tearing me down, as we keep talking about.
I'm sorry.
I
just don't like being interrupted, is what I keep telling you.
That wasn't it.
Yes, it is. It's always it.
No, it wasn't. I could have waited and then said my thing.
No.
As I did at the start of the podcast, and you would, ooh, no, I don't like that.
Dear readers, I'm going to get scolded after this yet again.
You're being scolded right now!
Oh.
How are you not...
Oh.
How are you not understanding?
Rob, okay, I'm sorry. I'll try better. I just don't like it when you do not PC things. As I've told you many a time off the podcast, it stresses me out.
Fine. Then the second thing I said, which you didn't hear because you were talking over it.
Sure, what'd you say?
So I'm tired of quarantine. I just want to be allowed to go to the DMV. Which is a joke that I don't think should offend anyone.
No.
Which you didn't hear because you were complaining over it.
Sure.
Do you see how that is detrimental to the flow of our radio show?
What flow?
Exactly. Does this seem like it's good radio right now?
All right, Rob, take it away.
No, man, I don't want to do a solo radio show.
Look, why would you want to go to the DMV?
It's a joke.
Because no one wants to go to the DMV.
My God, what are we at?
No, Robert.
No what?
Don't end it.
I mean, it's a minisode.
True.
It's only supposed to last 10 minutes, and we're at 9:15 and counting.
All right.
And this has been some of the worst 9 minutes, I would say, in recorded Western civilization. I don't know, the Boston Massacre.
You know what I want to talk about next podcast?
What?
There's mold from Chernobyl that they found that literally
eats radioactive isotopes.
Or I think like there's a new bacteria that formed that was able to eat this, but like human eyes can't even look at it apparently.
So
they call it the Medusa mold.
Okay, a couple things. One, Do you know enough about it to speak about it?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
And I'll do research if I have to.
Sure, you should
Yeah.
before bringing it up to the plate. 1, 2. I said we had 45 seconds left
And I thought this is a good
Does
time
that-
for a 7-minute interlude.
to bring up radioactive eating mold at Chernobyl. You think you can pack that into 15 to 60 seconds of podcasting?
Well, look, I just want to give the little readers a taste of what's coming next. If you sit through this bullshit, horrible, apparently 9 minutes, you will get a reward at the end. That will be this
they won't,
cool
man.
fun.
It'll be
Well, no,
later.
for like the next podcast, yeah.
All right. Well, until then, see you later, pod racers.
I'm sorry.